crazy cracks in this thing. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Rosie's Garage. Today we're going to try to accomplish a couple things. First thing I'd like to do is attempt to get this box back on F-bomb and see if we can't maybe work on these wheel tubs and get some of these cross braces back in here. But before we start this, I would like to take a look at transmission we're going to use. I originally had the 5.3 LS bolted up to this 4L60 and had everything mocked up with that. Decided I wanted to go the 4L80 route. And I got one from my buddy Saggy. Then like a ding dong, I dropped it. So I need to load this up and see if one of the local welding repair shops can maybe possibly fix it. I don't know if you can weld to that or not. I'm going to clean this up a bit and get it loaded up and see if we can fix it. Change of plans. There's no way I'm gonna lift this by myself. I blew my back out trying to get it. So I'm gonna wait till one of my buddies can come help me. But thought I'd give you a closer look at the cracks. One's cracked this way, cracked down here. You can see that crack go all the way down here. I'm really not sure if it can be fixed or not, but I guess we'll find out. So let's go back to trying to get this box on here and focus on that. My camera girl, Tave, you ready to record? Yeah. All right. We got her pushed over to the other shed here. I think the next thing to focus on is these wheel tubs and try to figure out exactly where they need to go. These two cross braces here, I need to figure out where they need to exactly be installed or if they'll even work for that matter. I think this front one will work going off of this bracket, but that one might be too tall. To start out though, I need to get these wheel tubs basically in here and where they want to be. So I think I need to clearance to the point where they fit right on top of this channel on both sides. Maybe come in and spot weld them behind there and officially get those in. Then I'll know right where these supports need to be. So I'm going to get this up on some jack stands, get these wheels off, and get to working on these wheel tubs. So I wanted to take this transmission in and get it all welded up. But after looking at it, this piece is where the dowel from the engine goes. And I mean, it needs to be in the exact spot that it needs to be. Otherwise, things are not going to mate up right. So I think I'm going to get the engine block, bring it over here, mate everything up, bolt it up tight where it needs to be. Maybe try to put a couple of tack welds on it to hold it in place before I take it in. I'm not sure if I can make it stick with that or not. That's obviously not for welding cast aluminum, but if I can just get it to stick a little bit, that'd be great. But let's see if it works. So I was having trouble getting even this single piece to fit over this dowel. The holes were all corroded up. You can see like this one still here is pretty corroded. Like, how am I gonna get that cleaned out? So I took a drill bit and put some steel wool on it and it cleaned it right up. So if any of you guys are struggling with that in the future, maybe that's a good tip. You don't want to grind too much and take off to the point where it's just flopping around, but just to clean those holes up, that might help a guy out in the future. For the record, that did not work. So I guess on to plan B. After actually bolting it up though, even though the weld's broke, it'll sit right where it needs to sit. So I think I can actually take it in like this and you should be able to hopefully fix it up. God, man, some crazy cracks in this thing. So we've made a little bit of progress and started laying out, I think, where we want this flat plate to sit on this ledge. I'd feel a lot better if I had longer square tubing that actually extended all the way from box side to box side. These are where the original box supports were on both sides, and I was just really trying to utilize that. But I think I'm gonna have to move it back probably 3 or 4 inches and try to find some longer square tubing. My buddy JR said he potentially has some square tubing, so we're gonna go see if we can find that today. We found some rectangular tubing. My buddy JR gave it to me yesterday. We dug through his pile and found it. I'd like to give him a shout out to his new podcast on Spotify. It's called 34.5 Halfway There, HWT. I'll leave the link there. But thank you very much for that, JR, and we're gonna get this cut up, cut these to length, and try to get this fitted in here and see how everything looks. That tubing's fitting good. I like how it's tucking up in there. It should be flush with this when we're all said and done. I should be able to drill into the frame, maybe cut an access hole and put a rubber bushing right there and right there to be supported. And then on this front support, I should be able to kind of do the same. These brackets here were for the old box supports. I might drill and bolt it right here or weld this bracket on and do something so it'll be supported on both sides there. I think I'm going to start tack welding some of this rear stuff in place, and I'll have to come in here and put some spot welds on the inside of this wheel tub too. So let's get started on that. It is officially done. My buddy Nate came over and helped me get everything welded in good, and got those cross braces cut, access holes to them, and then we rubber bushing in there in 4 spots, and everything's looking good. So I think we're gonna call this good for now. Eventually we'll end up putting probably a wood bed in here, but we have a lot of other things to do before we get that far. And I also got this transmission back. She's all stitched up. Looks pretty wild. Hopefully she holds tight though. Well, that's gonna do it for this episode. On the next episode, we're gonna work on putting this 5.3 together, made it up to that transmission, and see if it fits in here. Thanks for watching Rosie's Garage. We'll catch you next time.